State Film Festival. I have with me today Tom Cavanaugh, the director, writer, and producer of the short film Service Me. Tom, how are you today?
I'm great, Emily. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. So, Tom, would you like to give our live viewers a tidbit about your short?
It's a 3.5 minute short. It's written in a vein of the old school screwball comedies. Um, Nobody really does screwball comedies anymore, so we tried to do something different and tried to get a modern version of a screwball comedy.
Well, I loved it. I thought it
Mhm.
was very funny, kind of different than like what I was expecting, and it just like it was funny and it was like so surprising watching it. What inspired you to write this storyline?
Well, the storyline, just to give a little tidbit into it, a woman pulls into a gas station and asks the unsuspecting gas station attendant a question normally you wouldn't hear. You would hear fill her up or fill it up, and he doesn't hear that. He hears something totally different. They go down a totally different path, and it's also based on there's a post traumatic stress disorder that does enable you to believe your fantasies in that respect. So she's coming out of the shock of something happening to her, and she's living in that shock. So that was coupled with this idea of I just wanted to try to make uh, screwball comedy a modern version of the feel that you got if you watched It Happened One Night or My Man Godfrey or any of those great old movies of the 30s and 40s.
How did you find your cast and crew and whatnot?
Well, the funny thing is I entered a contest for the Manhattan Film Institute,
Oh.
and the Manhattan Film Institute has a summer program. It's about 2.5 weeks out on the North Fork of Long Island, and they bring out 20 to 30 filmmakers from all over the world, and you get schooled in how to make a short. You get to make a 5 minute short in 4 hours,
Hmm.
and you work on the script all week. You work with your actors all week. You work with instructors. You work with editors, and then you meet your crew, and then you helm your solid 5 hours, 4 hours, really. I think it's almost five, where you have to get enough footage to make 5 minutes. And in our cut, because I worked with the editors closely, we got it down to 3.5 minute film.
Well, I think it was a great storyline for 3.5 minutes. I mean, I was
Thank
rolling
you.
the whole time. I thought it was really funny.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah,
So
I
you,
think that it's an example of you don't have to do a 5 or 10 minute film, and
Mhm.
especially in this now with super shorts and short shorts, and I mean, there's always different versions of the 1 minute to 3 minute film, and this turned into 3.5, which we're really excited about, and we got to do it with a full crew, and we got to do it. Like I said, we did it in 4 hours.
I mean, you make a great point. I mean, how many commercials have we watched on TV that make us laugh that are only 30
Right.
seconds? So 3.5 minutes, guys, you're going to be rolling when you see this one. So, Tom, can you tell us about your experience with filmmaking, directing, writing, and producing?
Yeah, I started writing probably was the just about the late 80s, early 90s, when I was an actor and couldn't find a monologue. And I had a great acting coach from New York, Anthony Apes, and I was in his class and I brought in a monologue I wrote, and he liked it. And he said, you need to bring in more writing. So I started to write. Then I got accepted into the actor studio, drama schools, master program, where I got to work with great playwrights and great writers. Ron Mussolini, great American playwright, ran the program then, and I did 3 years then. Graduated in 2000. Graduated with Bradley Cooper. He was in our class. It was just
Oh,
a wonderful time. Yeah, it was a great. If you ever watch Inside the Actor Studio, I'm in there. And then when I came out, I worked in Manhattan as much as I can as a writer, actor, not an actor that much, but writer, director, producer, and then moved to Los Angeles. And in LA, I was there maybe about a year. I got my first short film. Somebody was looking for material, saw me in a workshop, and we did a short film that was really a minute movie that became considered a pilot on a $40,000 budget.
oh wow.
Yeah, it went all the way to Cannes, and it got in the Cannes film market because it was a 22-minute film. It was too long to be in the shorts at the festival. So I went to the Film Market. It got a 5-star gold rating, and then we came back and we actually went into development of a TV show with one of the cable networks. And then, like, things happened, people got fired, and then it went into turnaround. But that's where it started. And then while I was there in LA, I had so many friends that had camera equipment and stuff. So we put together a team of 4 people. We all were producers on the projects. One person would direct, I was the writer, and the other people were actor producers, and we were all slash producers, right? And we would put together web shows and short films, and that's where I learned, you know what, it's going to be more do it yourself in the future, and that's when we started to do it more. And now when I'm not working with a full production team, I'm trying to make iPhone movies, and I do that a lot often. Right now in New Jersey, especially since I'm back here.
I mean, I can't blame you. These iPhone cameras keep getting
smartphone studios are amazing. You can do so much with it, and I've been doing it. Like, when we came out of lockdown, I recruited my friends' kids and made a movie with 2 boys about camping out in the backyard and a ghost, and just to do it because we needed to. I had to, you know, we were locked down for 2 years. I didn't get to make a film. I had to make something, and you know, that was the first outlet. And now trying to do more all the time.
So, just because you mentioned, when did you film this film?
This was filmed last June. Yeah,
Like
some
of
yeah.
2022? Okay. I only asked because, like, did you have any like COVID restrictions in filming this?
Yeah, in fact, and we were excuse me, we had to test the day of arriving to the institute, and we were masked up as much as we could and whatever, but we all still ended up, a good amount of us back then still got COVID. There was like 8 of us. That was the first and last time I had COVID. But yeah, we got it. Wow, I thought I was like, oh man, I'm having an allergy attack and I'm running up and down dunes because work on everybody's film there. There was like 18 filmmakers and everybody crews up on everybody's film. And I'm running up and down sand dunes with lighting stands and C stands. I'm like, oh yeah, and the next thing I'm laid out. It was, but yeah, no, we tried as best we could, but that was then, and we still, I think 8 of us came down with it.
Well, I'm glad that you're fine, that you're okay. You know, you made it through.
Yeah, we made it through, and luckily the cast didn't get anything, and now we're loving. I'm loving that it's back. That I'm back at Garden State. This is my 3rd Garden State Film Festival.
Oh, well, welcome back. It's great to have you. How did you first find the Garden State Film Festival?
Well, originally with that film that went to Cannes, that was the film that came back. It was called The Shift. It was about 911 operators, and it was, I think it was 2007. I forget which one it was, and that's when you would work off of Without a Box. And I read about it. I'm like, oh, this is the hometown, because I grew up in Edison, New Jersey. That's where I'm living now because unfortunately my parents passed away. So we have this house right before lockdown. I moved in and it worked out great because otherwise I would have been locked in an apartment, locked down in LA. And my brother works backstage on Broadway. So we were locked down together trying to create stuff because him and I are usually producers on the other things we do. And yeah, so I found Garden State off of Without a Box. Came out for that first festival, was wonderful, had a ball. And then another film I wrote about, I think that was 2013, 2012, got in, called Poker Night, but I couldn't make it out for that. But now I've been trying to, I'm like, I got to get back into Garden State. I love the fact that, well, I don't know, you added Westfield or Clark, right? Which you at now? They're in Asbury and Westfield, right? First of all, I love the other town, Westfield and Clark area. I love that area, but there's nothing better than being at the festival, and being at any festival in Asbury Park is a good thing. It's a great thing. And going to the bowling alley place where they have the kickoff party, I've been there for that. That's wonderful too. And then for me, family and friends just pour in to come see something. So.
I mean, it's such a pleasure to have you back, and it's such a pleasure talking to you and how excited you are to be going this year.
Oh, can't I honestly can't wait. Like
Okay,
so
good. I thought you were
excited.
gonna say
Yeah,
you can't.
no. I took off
No.
from work for this. I will so be there opening night till the closing night.
Mhm.
And I already have friends and family then. I think somebody that I worked with's in the slot after mine. I think I'm
Mhm.
at 12 or 12:30, and somebody's at the 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And that I know. So already that started, and we started to contact each other, and it's just unfortunately I can't bring we have a great 2-member cast, but I can't bring the cast members. The male lives in Utah, the female lives in Los Angeles, so they won't
Um,
be able to be out for this one. But I'm here for this one. I can't wait because I love going to Asbury. I love going to Asbury for this festival.
I'm so excited that you're gonna be going. So
Thank
the level of experience that you have, I mean, with the schooling and then just everything that you've been doing and where you've gone, do you have any advice for people that are starting out? Like earlier today, I was speaking to a high school senior who's this will be her third time, but I'm sure, someone like her, a student, could really benefit from something you have to say.
Well, the amazing thing is technology has democratized the film industry. It's not like when Kevin Smith started and he had to enroll in, I don't know if you know the story, he enrolled into one class for one day at the new school so he could get the student discount to buy raw footage so he could make Clerks. That doesn't happen, and you don't have to do that anymore. You can pick up your iPhone, you can pick up a camera that's affordable. There's great rental sites online now where people will rent you their camera at these amazing prices, and you can put together and do it yourself anywheres now. It was one of the driving forces about moving back from Los Angeles to New Jersey was, you know what I'm doing in LA, I can do from New Jersey
Mhm.
because it's really because the technology caught up. And then during the pandemic, I taught myself off of videos and friends helping me how to edit film. That was the one thing I didn't learn in Los Angeles. And I bought a computer and I bought Final Cut Pro 10 and I learned how to edit. And now I'm always because I'm addicted to it. So that's the opportunity. The opportunities, there's so many festivals, there's so many opportunities, there's so many contests, there's so many ways of honing your craft, and you can do it from your home, from your computer. Go out and make the movie. There's no excuse anymore to not make a 2K film on your iPhone that's shot in cinematic mode so it looks like 35 millimeter. And it does look that good. It looks amazing when you shoot these films now. And if you get a little scratch, you got a little money, you can go up to the next level. You can do, which we like to do, um, budgets usually from 5,000 to 10,000 on the films that we do. We like to spend a little money so we can get the crew and we can get maybe a set where we don't have to struggle with the elements. And that's the next step. Like wherever you are, you can raise your game. You could find what everyone calls members of their tribe, right? But you could find crew members now in Colonia, New Jersey. You could find crew members in Bergenfield. You can find more writers in Jersey City. You can find they're everywhere. We're everywhere. So we're all over. And grabbing people to work with you is easy. That's the easy part. The hard part is just deciding to sit down, write a script, invest your time in the script, try out the script, and then get it on its feet and then get it in front of a camera. Once you decide to do that, once you make the decision, say yes, there's really no stopping you. There's nothing that can stop you. Maybe money. Money stops everybody. Everybody needs the money to make a movie, but you can always make an inexpensive movie. You can use your best friends. You could use a two package lighting kit where you only have two elements. You can still make it look good enough to put on a festival circuit. And the festival circuit's awesome these days. There's so many good festivals out there, just like Garden State. Just like Garden State. Garden State's a world class festival right here in our own backyard.
Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining with me today. I'm actually looking so forward to meeting you.
Oh, I
I
can't wait. Yeah, sure. I would love to meet. I can't wait to meet him. I don't know where that opening night party is, but I know it's a good one. It's always a good one. So,
Guys, you can see the short film Service Me on Saturday, March 25th I'm so sorry, I don't know what that
No,
venue
I
is.
haven't gotten the venue yet. They haven't told me the venue yet. So I don't know if I'm north or south. I don't know if I'm in Westfield. I don't know if I'm in Asbury yet. I'm waiting so I can print out my cards. But yeah,
Well, it'll be from
that's
12:15.
definitely we're in the Saturday block.
Oh, it's at the Jersey Shore Arts Center.
Oh my God, Jersey Shore. Let me tell you about Jersey Shore Arts Center. For 7 years, I was on the board of a theater company in the Jersey Shore Arts Center. I love that. That's the old high school that they converted into theaters. What a blessing. That's a homecoming for me. Yo, we're going to have a party there. Let's
Well,
make sure you're
we're going to
there.
see you there from 12:15 p.m. to 2 p.m. on the March 25th. Tom, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. And thank you again for having me, and keep filming.